Hi, hello, my dear competitive aspirants. This is Venkanna. Welcome to VHL Academy. Today we are going to discuss in the building material. So brick chapter, right? So in the brick chapter, so today we are going to discuss classification of bricks. Yesterday we discussed different ingredients, right? In the last class, so we discussed about the ingredients of good brick earth, right? So ingredients are chemical compositions, right? But today in this today session, so we discussed about the classification of bricks, right? So normally the bricks are classified, so that is based on different test, right? So based on the different test. So that is tolerance test, water observation test, compressive strength test, and efflorescence test also, right? Based on the ISI Indian standard institution, that is based on the Indian standard code. So this classification of the bricks is classified into four types. That is first class bricks, second class bricks, third class bricks, and fourth class bricks, right? So but for the classification of bricks, that is first class, second class, and third class, fourth class, like that. For the classification of bricks, so minimum 5 samples is required. That is, so minimum 5 results is taken as a average. Minimum, so 5 results is taken as a average, right? So classification of bricks. Normally the bricks are classified. The first one is first class bricks. First class bricks. Right, so first class bricks means so it has a rectangular shape, right? So it has a rectangular in shape and rectangular shape and uniform reddish color, right? So uniform reddish color means so normally we say red color, uniform red color, right? So if you see the first class bricks, for the first class bricks, so it has the rectangular shape. That means if you see the first class bricks, so this first class brick is exactly uniform, that is exactly rectangular shape and uniform red color. If you see the visibility, the appearance of the brick is so exactly red, it is red color. Right, so this is the first point, and this bricks is classified, that is so based on the compressive strength and water observation mainly, right? If you see the compressive strength of a first class brick, compressive strength of first class brick is the compressive strength of first class brick is should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square. Alright, so if you see the compressive strength of the first class bricks, the compressive strength is so should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square. It is written as so should not be less than 10.5 mega Newton per mm square. Mega Newton per meter square, right? So it is mega Newton per meter square, right? So this is the first class brick, right? So for the first class brick, so compressive strength of this first class brick is so should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square. This is very important, my dear, right? So this is very important for our competitive examination, right? And if you see the water observation, if you see the water observation, so water observation of this first class brick is water observation of first class brick. This water observation is about water observation is about 20% of about 20% of its own weight its own weight. Alright, so water observation of first class brick is about 20% of its own weight. That means it is should not be more than 20% of its own weight. Right, so should not be more than 20% of its own weight. Right, so it is immersed in water. It is immersed in water. It is immersed in water bath. Right, so it is immersed in water bath for 24 hours. Right, so it is immersed in water for 24 hours. But what is the temperature mentioned for this immersing water? Right, the temperature is it is at room temperature, that is 27 degrees so plus or minus 2. 27 degrees plus or minus 2, this is the room temperature, right? 27 degrees Celsius plus or minus 2, that is the room temperature, right? So compressive strength of the first class brick should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square, and water observation is 20% of its own weight, right? It is immersed in water. Right, so in last class also we discussed observation and adsorption, right? So adsorption and absorption. ABSERPTION, absorption means absorption means the water is absorbed on the surface only, that is absorption. Adsorption, ADSEPTION, adsorption means adsorption means water is absorbed or water is consumed within the body, that means into the body, right? That is adsorption, right? But here absorption. So compressive strength, take one brick, apply the compressive load on this brick. So what is the load resisting capacity of that brick is should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square. That brick is taken as a first class brick. Right, so take the brick, immersed in water, take the brick and take dry weight also, and it is immersed in water after 24 hours. Take out this brick and take the weight again, right? So that is the final weight, right? So final weight minus initial weight is the water observation, right? So this water observation is 20% of its own weight, right? So that is the first class brick, right? So that is the first class brick, right? So for this first class brick, where it is used, the uses of the first class brick. First class brick is used for, number one is for pointing purpose, right? So pointing purpose, first class brick is used as a pointing purpose, and number two is for flooring purpose, right? So for flooring purpose. And this first class brick is used for exposed face work, exposed face work of brick masonry, exposed face work of brick masonry, right? Or brick wall, right? Exposed face of brick. And it is also used, this first class brick is used for reinforced brick work, right? So this first class brick is used as a pointing purpose, flooring purpose, and it is exposed face purpose to the brick masonry or brick wall, right? And one more is it is used for the reinforced brick work, right? So this is the first class brick, right? So first class brick, this first class brick is the compressive strength of this first class brick is should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square, and water observation is should not be more than so 20% of its own weight, that is dry weight, right? So it is own weight. Own weight means it is so dry weight, right? So this is the first class brick. But this compressive strength and water observation test, right? So compressive strength test and water observation test. These two, compressive strength and water observation test, so compressive strength test and compressive strength and water observation. Compressive strength and for water observation, so take minimum 5 samples, take minimum 5 results. Take minimum 5 results as a average of 5 results is taken as a compressive strength. Average 5 test results is taken as a water observation test, right? Minimum 5 samples is taken for this compressive strength and water determination test, right? So this is the first class brick. And what is the second class brick? So the second class brick, if you see the compressive strength of the second class brick, so compressive strength of second class brick is, so should not be less than 7.5 Newton per mm square, right? If you see the second class brick, right? So if you take the second class brick, for this second class brick, compressive strength for second class brick, compressive strength is should not be less than 7.5 Newton per mm square, right? So compressive strength of the second class brick is should not be less than 7.5 Newton per mm square. If you see the water observation for second class brick is so water observation is about 22% of its dry weight, right? So should not be less than 7.5 Newton per mm square is compressive strength, and should not be more than 22% of its own weight is water observation for the second class brick, right? So this is the water observation for second class brick, right? But this second class brick, where it is used, this second class brick is used, right? It is used for construction of important and unimportant structures, right? So this second class brick is used as a important as well as unimportant structures, right? So this is the second class brick, right? So 7 point should not be less than 7.5 Newton per mm square is compressive strength, and water observation is 22% of its own weight. But this second class brick is used for the important as well as unimportant structures, right? So this is the second class brick, right? So what about third class brick? What about the third class brick? Right, so if you take the third class brick, so for third class brick, right, so for third class brick, if you see the compressive strength of this third class brick is should not be less than 4 Newton per mm square, my dear. Right, so remember compressive strength as well as water observation and where it is used, right? So the compressive strength of the third class brick is should not be less than 4 Newton per mm square or megapascal, right? So should not be less than 4 Newton per mm square. If you see the water observation, so water observation of so this third class brick is, it is about 25% of its own weight, 25% of its dry weight, right? So 25% of its dry weight is the water observation for third class brick, right? So this 25% is should not be less than, sorry, should not be more than, so 25% of its own weight is the water observation for third class brick, right? So if you see the, so third class brick, for this third class brick, so where it is used, so third class brick, so where it is used, right? So for this third class brick is so used for, so building, used for building temporary structure uses, right? So the uses of a third class brick is, it is used for building temporary structures, right? So for the construction of temporary structures, right, so for the construction of the temporary structures, so we use third class bricks, right? So for the construction of, so temporary structures, we use third class bricks, right? So this is the third class brick. What about the fourth class brick, right? So what about fourth class brick? So the fourth class brick is a overburnt and underburnt type of bricks is considered as a fourth class brick, right? So overburnt and underburnt brick is considered as a, so fourth class brick, right? So next one is fourth class bricks, right? Fourth class brick, so for this fourth class brick, which brick is considered as a fourth class, right? So overburnt and underburnt, right? So overburnt and underburnt bricks is considered as, right? So it is considered as fourth class bricks, right? Overburnt and underburnt bricks is considered as a fourth class bricks. But where it is used, for this fourth class bricks, if you see the shape of the brick, if you see the color, so there is no proper color, and if you see the shape, there is no regular shape, there is no uniform size of this fourth class bricks, right? So this fourth class brick is overburnt and underburnt bricks. This overburnt and underburnt bricks will not used for any type of structures or any type of constructions, right? So but where it is used, the usage of this fourth class brick is, so it is used as a ballast, right? So it is used as a ballast. Ballast means brick ballast, right? And it is used in the foundation, right? It is used in the foundation, right? So it is used in the foundation, and it is used for metal road work, right? So metal road work, right? So this is the fourth class brick, right? This is the fourth class brick, right? So it is used as a ballast, brick ballast, right? So fourth class brick, and it is used for the foundation, it is used in the foundation, right? And so it is used as a metal in the roads, right? So these are the, so this is the fourth class brick, right? So first class brick and second class brick, right? If you take the compressive strength, if you take the water observation test, minimum 5 samples is required to test the, so to test the bricks, right? First class, second class, third class, fourth class. For the classification of this bricks, so take a minimum, so take average of 5 results, take average of 5 bricks result, right? For the first class brick, compressive strength is should not be less than 10.5 Newton per mm square. Water observation is, so should not be, so more than, so 20% of its own weight. If you take the second class brick, for this second class brick, compressive strength is should not be less than, so 7.5 Newton per mm square. Water observation for second class brick is, so should not be more than 22% of its own weight, right? And for the third class brick, compressive strength is should not be less than 4 Newton per mm square. Water observation is, so should not be more than 25% of its own weight, that is dry weight, right? So these are the, so first class, second class, third class and fourth class bricks, right? So you should remember compressive strength as well as, so water observation, that is so very important for all the competitive examination, right? So thank you all. So before going to close this session, so for more videos, so visit our channel VHL Academy, and so do subscribe, right? So please, so like, share and subscribe our VHL Academy YouTube channel, right? So thank you all. We will meet in next session. Bye bye.